my channel, it's Caitlin here, and today I'm going to be doing another testing makeup products video. Today I'm going to be testing the makeup brand Technic, or Technique, I'm not too sure how it's meant to be pronounced. So I'm going to be testing the Technic makeup brand today. I have a box of stuff here which I ordered online, and I am just going to dive in and create a makeup look for you. Not gonna lie, I just ordered anything, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do with my face, but hopefully we can get something decent out of this. So I'm just gonna get on and get started. If you do like these type of videos, then please give this video a thumbs up and let me know if there's any other brands which I haven't already tried and you would like me to try in the comments section, and also subscribe if you're new. And I'm just gonna get on and try some of this makeup. So as you may or may not have seen from my previous videos where I do this kind of thing, a lot of the time I have a really bad experience with their foundations. So instead, when I was on their website, I came across this and I thought I would give this a try instead of using the regular foundation. This is a cream foundation and contour palette. So I'm going to try this. It's just something new, something different from my previous testing videos, because foundation never seems to go right on those, so I just want to try something new. I will write all the prices of the products in the description. I don't have them to hand at the moment, but I'll have a look at my order online email and put them in for you. But everything was about £1 or £1.99 or £2.99. I think this palette here was £2.99 or maybe £3. So I'm going to take this shade here. This is very, very pale. I feel like this might be a little bit too pale for me, but that's my own fault. So this is the second darkest contour shade. Oh, it's not very dark. So I'm going to go in with the darkest one instead, because the second darkest down here was not as dark. So we're going to go with this one. That's a bit better. This is where we're at right now. I have no idea if this is right or wrong. This does have quite a thick, waxy consistency, so I am struggling a little bit with blending it all out. I'm actually so impressed with how that turned out. It's definitely, as I said, it's got a little bit of a waxy kind of feel to it. So the finish, although I really like it, it is quite shiny. I managed to get it blended all over my face really nicely when I used one of those brushes, and I'm now really happy with how it looks, so I'm really impressed. So for some reason I managed to be silly enough and picked up two powders. I don't know why I've done that, but they are slightly different shades, so I think I'll use the lighter one underneath my eyes and then just put this all over my face. I don't really know what I was thinking, like, why did I buy two? It's got one of those flippy sides so you can get a mirror on the other side, which is quite handy. Fabulous! I am so happy with how this is turning out for once. I feel like the foundation stage always goes awful, so I am so happy with how this is looking. The powders are really good, they've mattified my face. I felt a little bit greasy and sticky before, but I'm definitely matte now, so I'm really happy. So next up I need to do bronzer and blusher. I have this bronzer here, which is the Superfine Matte Bronzer by Technic, and it does look really dark. I'm a little bit scared. And then the blusher which I have is the Superfine Matte Blusher, and this is in, I don't know if it's got a shade. It doesn't look like it's got a shade. So these are the two that I'm going to be using today. I'm really honestly scared for this one. Uh-oh. Oh no. I did that with a light hand as well, which is crazy. It was going so well. So for the bronzer, it's definitely extremely dark and extremely pigmented. I used a really light hand on my first side and it was still crazy. So on the second side I went a bit lighter, but as you can see it's still really dark. So just be careful with this. If you're very, very fair, then maybe don't go for this. But like, whoa. I mean, it's not lacking in pigmentation, so I can give it that. Oh, it's got like 3. I thought it was only 2. So it's got a really pale pink, a kind of medium rosy pink, and then a more orangey coral color on the other side. I really, really like this. This is such a lovely colour and I feel like it goes quite well with the bronzer, despite the bronzer being really dark. They definitely have worked well together. So the next thing which I have to do is highlighter, and I am so excited to try this product. It looks really good. Like I've got high expectations for it already, despite it only being like £2. So this is the highlighting product here which I'm going to be using. It has 2 cream highlights and then 2, for God's sake, and then it has 2 powder highlights. So I think I'm going to use this one and then put the powder over the top, because that's usually what I do anyway when I highlight. So I'm going to do the cream first. Whoa! It looks quite golden in the palette, but it actually comes across quite silvery on your skin. So I'm now just going to go ahead and use the powder one on this side. Do you see that? That's so good! Whoa! It's not blended that well on this side, but I think that might be because my bronzer is too strong and everything just didn't really work. But it looks good on this side, like, what? So next up is my eyebrows. I have the Technic Brow Tamer here. You get a dark brown wax and then you get a powder. I feel like they have these in a light, medium and a dark, and I picked up the medium because I don't like my brows being super light. So maybe this might be too dark for me, but that's kind of my own problem if it is. Should I use the brushes? Yeah, let's use the little brush that comes with it. Okay, so I went and had a bit of a break because I was cold and I put a jumper on, so I'm back now. Anyway, carrying on, my eyebrows I'm really happy with. They're not the colour which I would usually choose, but the actual product itself I really, really like, and I don't think they turned out too badly. So we now need to move on and do our eyes. I picked up 2 palettes from Technic. I picked up this one here, which is their Mega Mattes eyeshadow palette, and then I picked up this one here because it caught my eye because it looked really cool. It is their electric palette and they have so many cool shades in here. I felt like this was something I wanted in my collection anyway, because sometimes I like doing crazy looks and it wasn't too expensive, so I thought I would get it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this for transition shades and getting us started on our eyes, and then I'm going to use a pop of colour from here. So first of all, using this palette here, I'm going to take this lightest shade here and just put this all over our lid to get us started. Okay, so now I think I'm going to go in with this warm brown shade here and just run this along my crease. Okay, they definitely don't have the best pigmentation in the world, but they are definitely buildable, so I'm just going to carry on. Okay, so I'm now going to dive into this palette here. So I have swatched a couple of these to see which one I want to use. The purple shades aren't that great, not going to lie, but the pink shades are really nice, the blue shades seem good, and especially these ones here. So I think I'm going to use these 2 colours here because they seemed to have the best pigmentation. I'm going to use this all over my eyelid, and then I'll put this kind of in the inner corner maybe. Look at that! Whoa! I'm just going to go back in with these darker shades here and use that to blend out our pop of colour. And now I'm just going to go in with this shade here and also a little bit of this on my inner corner. Okay, so for the electric palette, I really enjoyed this palette. As I said at the start, a couple shades which I've swatched aren't as strong as you might want them to be, but I think there are definitely some really good shades in here, especially the ones which I used along the top here I really enjoyed. So definitely, considering it wasn't that expensive, it has done really well. So next up, I'm going to be using the Technic Skinny Eyeliner, and it is a liquid pen eyeliner, so I'm going to be using this to create a wing on the top of my eyelid. Oh my goodness, I am so impressed with this eyeliner. It's actually insane how easy it is to use. Doing a wing, like the flick part for me, is really difficult. I find getting it even on each side is really difficult. Getting it thin enough towards the end is really difficult. But this eyeliner was so easy to use because it has a really long nib on it. I don't know if you guys can see, but basically the pen part of this eyeliner is really long, so all you need to do is like stamp the eyeliner and then you've got a perfect wing. It's crazy. The only thing I do have to say about it is it's not a super black colour. You kind of need to go over it a couple times to get a really nice dark line, but I definitely will be going back to using this when it comes to doing the wing part of my eyeliner. So next up for eyelashes, I have this mascara here. This is their Lassitude, how do I say this? Lassitude Lash? Let's have a look at the wand. Okay. It looks like a plastic applicator, which I'm not a fan of, but the actual size of it and the bristles and stuff look quite good. Okay, so for the mascara, I'm definitely not that impressed. It didn't add much length or volume to my eyelashes, so I probably will not be using this again, and I wouldn't recommend buying it, so we're just gonna move on. But we have eyelashes, so hopefully they will save the day. So the eyelashes which I'm going to be using are these ones here. These are the Natural Lashes by Technic. Not gonna lie, they don't look very natural, but I'm gonna put them on anyway and we'll see what happens. I can't do them on camera, so I'm gonna come back and show you what they look like on. This is what they look like here, just so you guys can get a close-up of them. Okay, so I have just gone away and done my eyelashes. This one feels like it's digging into the inner corner of my eye. I don't know what I've done, but it's really irritating my eye. I'm gonna have to take these off really soon. But this one turned out okay. I'm actually like not too bothered about how they look. The lash band was quite difficult to work with. It was quite hard and difficult to manipulate into the shape of your eye, if that makes sense. And now that they're on, I think they kind of look okay. So now to finish off the look, I have a lip gloss to try out. This is their Lip Shine in the shade, does it even have a shade? I don't know. Shade, oh no, this is in the shade Nude. So I'm just going to be using this and finishing off the makeup. It smells of, you know, that really fake watermelon smell that you get in like really minging watermelon sweets. That's what it smells like. Ooh, I do really like the colour of this. Okay, so we have finally finished and gone through all the makeup products which I had to try out. Overall, I am really impressed, and more impressed than I usually am in these kind of videos. Usually most of them don't work out. I was definitely most impressed by the face products. I think they did really well. However, I have been filming for the best part of an hour now, and I can see that around my chin, like this area here, the foundation has kind of settled in to the creases and it doesn't look as flawless as it did when I first applied it, so it's definitely not the most long-lasting foundation. The highlights I am absolutely loving, as well as the eyeliner. The eyelashes are not too bad, but definitely a bit of a nightmare to work with, so if you're quite new to wearing eyelashes, I probably wouldn't recommend them because they're difficult to work with. So yes, that is my overall verdict. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe down there if you are new to my channel, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye guys!